defense ministry claims its forces have sunk a Ukrainian reconnaissance boat named Simferopol in the Danube River using an unmanned speedboat. Black and white footage of the strike and images of the damaged vessel were released by Moscow. Russia launched one of its largest air assaults on Kyiv in recent months. Missiles and drones rained down on the Ukrainian capital, including a rare strike on the city center. At least 19 people were killed, including 4 children, while 48 others were wounded. The attack also damaged European Union diplomatic offices, prompting EU leaders to summon Russia's envoy in Brussels. Britain condemned the strike as a direct sabotage of peace efforts. Ukraine has now called for an emergency UN Security Council meeting. Meanwhile, 2 of Kyiv's top envoys are set to meet U.S. officials in Washington as part of ongoing mediation efforts. Despite the deadly bombardment, the Kremlin insists it remains interested in continuing peace talks, even as rescue workers search for survivors still trapped under the rubble. At the same time, Russia reported shooting down over 100 Ukrainian drones overnight, some of which sparked fires at oil refineries in Krasnodar and Samara. Ukraine has been targeting Russian refineries in recent weeks to squeeze Moscow's war economy, fueling fuel shortages inside Russia. Russia has unleashed one of the most intense combined drone and missile strikes on Kyiv since the start of the full-scale invasion. Ukraine's Air Force said Moscow launched nearly 600 drones and decoys, along with 31 missiles of various types, in an overnight assault that shattered the heart of the capital. At least 33 sites across all 10 districts of Kyiv were directly hit or damaged by falling debris. Nearly 100 buildings, including a shopping mall in the city center, were struck. Thousands of windows blew out from the shockwaves. Rescue efforts continued throughout the day. In the Darnitsia district, Oleksandr Kilko pulled 3 survivors from under the rubble of his sister's building, including a young boy. His voice choked with emotion. He called the attacks inhuman and pleaded for the war to end. In another district, 21-year-old Sofia Akalina said it was the first time her neighborhood had been hit so directly. Diplomatic missions also came under fire. 2 Russian strikes landed within meters of the European Union's mission to Ukraine. EU Foreign Policy Chief Kaja Kallas condemned the attack, summoning Moscow's envoy in Brussels. The British Council's Kyiv office was also severely damaged, forcing its closure. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer accused President Vladimir Putin of sabotaging peace efforts with what he called senseless strikes. Thursday's assault marked a grim escalation, as peace talks remained stalled despite recent meetings between U.S. President Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. Western leaders warned Putin is buying time on the battlefield while dragging his feet at the negotiating table.